Very, very happy now to introduce our three next guests. Kenneth Bostock, with his two muses, Pablo León de la Barra and Sibel. Kenneth Bostock was born in Mexico City and lives in London. He's writing poetry both in English and Spanish and has published 5 books of poetry, including Linnea in 1994 and 3 Icelandic poems. We are back to Iceland after Eileen. 3 Icelandic poems in 2007. As an artist, he has worked in many exhibitions, and his forthcoming book, For With, will appear in late 2009. Pablo León de la Barra is based in London. He's born in Mexico City in 1972. He works as a curator, as a cultural producer. He is the author of Center for the Aesthetic Revolution, blogspot.com. He's also the publisher of Pablo Internacional magazine editions, as well as the co-curator of White Cubicle Toilet Gallery. Sibel is a singer, a music producer, as well as a visual artist. She is born in Sao Paulo and lives in London. Her album, The Shine of Dried Electric Leaves of 2006, included many collaborations with Seo Jorge and Devendra Banhart. She is a member of the art collective FUR, as well as a collaborator with Assume Vivid Astrofocus. A very warm welcome to Kenneth, to Pablo, and to Sibel.
So we get the boring thing first. I'm reading a text composed for the evening. It's called More Like a Delta. A throwaway thought, the history's inflation, and nothing but instances, seeming complete, but outline and class declines. Pious thing over things that echoes to gather disengagement. If no one follows, it follows. It begins with a smirk and concludes with fragile restoration. This is how it's done, shown without worth, yet preserved. Word by word, pulling it down and in pants to miss the last chance. I really should resume and concentrate, to pick up time, ease, resource. Not to miss the sunshine on the plastic chair corner, the fag run, the last round, or by taking the measured meanings, pocket change, read again. It was on the tongue, this need, not by reading it, gathering dust on the top shelf, with tight plaster thoughts and half-chewed opinions. Say, when walking, we met an old friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, or a friend trying on the heels of someone's friend. Or a jacket, a scarf, and a peacoat, a turtleneck, a torn t-shirt with a smiley face barely visible. When we met them in their collection, memory enshorn and all the details on reason and love laid bare for one then walking out towards one singular presence. More than words, the reading, an accumulation, and then? What of the loud music playing every night on those nights, and the blue streaks of light bouncing from the American Airlines wallpaper, hugging the corner, the straighter, the supergloss magazine spread all over the floor, parcel, formality. What of the times that knowing better to save later, to recede more than contain, to this being in which being defers to take from itself, the low times of things, spontaneous, frail, constant. Cage described his history more like a delta, red as cut, spontaneous as muscle, loose skin, not without some kind of vague spirituality, some kind of vertex. Implied by language on shaven legs, ciphered hips, presence in rules and description. Nothing beats it. Kiss ass. To be part of a separate corpus dictum, delicate weight, that molds what everyone has said about everyone else on corrugated thought. A nudge to ground. Formula that expands on pattern, service, on discourse. That does not need the heaving, the panting, the sweating, the sighs, the tears to be redeemed. A margin on words converted. On balance over eyes deep in makeup. Not as I wanted it. Slow leopard print. Not that sex was merely conversational, more a fold, a lacquer. Her thought when held curvature, tugging at her lycra bra, inviting a bite and a giggle. More an image than need that takes hold of thought out our pleasure. playing a loop through morning, drawings the hesitant day on the heap of clothes gardening the bathroom door. Her pumps on, the contour of her feet blackened, the buzzing, only her longitude, while her shape declines. It is very skin political.
Today we learned that a very sad news is that the Heliotic archive and his works were burned yesterday night in Rio de Janeiro, and we wanted to dedicate this reading to those lost works.
My God, I didn't know.
Tongue, a poem by Kenneth Guillermo Bostock, read by Cibele and Pablo León de la Barra. Not disappointing concept, but there. When you ask for what distinguishes a word achieved or spread complete from that pink cardigan you always wear, that smile. From the sliding hand or comfortable vagueness, I retrace and puncture, with loss delayed to be only on precisely over the subject change. When you ask for approximation or push those long words that smother on those short words that smear, it figures itself. Like waiting for the go-man when trying to piece on a poorly lit street corner. And you ask again, okay, sure. We want the lost to balance love on mode, more than on knowing, and striding for the syncopated, for immediate similarity on sex, cohered. Particular and less a mistake than redistribution.
Not unlike us. Repeatedly insisted, reaffirmed on stuff we do not recognize. If to ask I have to writhe and contort on well-rehearsed conversation, I will too define in steps a concrete poem. More than synopsis on objectives, the words suppose an enunciation. They are meant to drip. Tra-li-la, to step right, step left, one forwards and two backwards. A cocktail in my hand. Handicap excitement as I reduce the words for the answer into rehearsal. This is my group dance. This is my ballast. This is my orgy. And my concession. Se nasce, morre, nasce. Morre, nasce, morre. Renasce, remorre. Renasce, remorre, renasce, renasce. Desnasce, desmorre, desnasce. Desmorre, desnasce, desmorre. Nasce, morre, nasce. Nasce, morre. Morre-se.
Where is the secret? A red, formal incitement, dissolution and renewal on margins, bracken or skin, and Monday picnics, culture to refeed on, or upon flesh, Assyrian gaze, and perfect nipples and perfect breasts. Arriving late, then not arriving. All smiles, hugs, rested glamour. Is this enough? Or do we need the bougainvillea and the whitewash? Do we need ideas and anecdote? Disposition's arrogancy. And if there is no warmth, we linger. If no love, we extend. A little range, a bit more leeway. One more button undone. They can dance. Gossip on the recoil and advance. The murmur and the precision of all that stuff unsaid.
And this time we let things go. This time, touch lets our thought gather. And without increase, all said falls on sleeves, socks, shoes, makeup, underpants, restless infinitesimal, course of the stillness of opinion. The kind regrets the origin, cherry ice cream, smile, blue and pink fingernails, strappy shoes, prickling bra, or one size small underpants. All marked on the side of memory, of all the tenderness, drawn, carefully sentence for a ripple on hand, thigh, butt. The answer in all those thoughts that wander out of place, the skip and hope saved for later, applied to carelessness far too many times, tropic by segments, fuck! Que a flor flore, o colibri colibriza, e a poesia, poesia.
Thank you.
Thank you.